Hey folks, it's Ashley with the Luther Burbank Center for the Arts. Thanks for tuning in to Let's Be Creative with LBC. I know you're used to seeing me read stories about dragons and do drama games with your little ones, but today I have a visual art project for adults and older students as well. We're gonna make Zentangles. If you're the kind of person who likes to doodle on the corner of your paper at school or work, you're gonna have a blast with this today. You really don't need much at all. You need something to doodle with and doodle on. So what I have today are permanent markers. You could use pens, you could use pencils, you could use paint, whatever floats your boat. And instead of paper or canvas today, I have these awesome wood puzzle pieces. Now, a couple months ago, as a part of a project at the LBC, we used these puzzle pieces to create individual art projects with teachers that are going to be displayed in a mural at LBC. I took home a couple of these with the full intention of making a pretty LBC one to put in the mural. It never happened. But hey, now we have all the time in the world, right? Let's get started. Whenever you're painting or drawing, the first marks tend to be the most daunting, right? My very best advice for you is to divide whatever surface you're working with into smaller sections and tackle those one at a time. It's a lot more manageable in those bite-sized pieces. I started by putting 4 dots to outline one square in the bottom corner. I originally started in pencil, but quickly realized I didn't need to sketch it out and could jump right into using the markers. Trust yourself. The beauty of this project is you don't need to make it perfect. There's so much line work crammed in there that it's a beautiful, busy, crowded mess in the very best way. After defining the square, find new ways to divide it down even further. Look for repeating patterns and lines you can mindlessly sketch. Use a mix of curved, straight, abstract, concrete shapes. As I was working, I quickly decided to get the general shapes down and worry about the small detail work later. Since I'm using permanent markers, they'll smudge if I go over them too many times, so I wanted to make this as easy as possible on myself. As I'm coming to the end of the line work, it's time to make a decision. Color or no color? If you don't want to color your creation, you can skip right to filling in the details. In my case, I want to do something bold and colorful. As I finished the color on each section, I went back with the black marker to highlight the things that needed to be highlighted and add the little details into those patterns. From start to completion, I spent about 6 hours working on this piece. It was pretty big in size, but I did take lots of breaks. I really didn't mind the amount of time it took. The wonderful thing about art like this is you don't need to be a professional artist to create something beautiful. Personally, as someone who doesn't paint or draw very often, I can be pretty self-conscious about showing other people what I make. A lot of folks, myself included, tend to compare our abilities to others, and that's just not fair to anyone. Try to use this exercise as an opportunity to use art as a meditative practice. Don't focus too much on what you're drawing, what the perfect pattern or color should be, or if everything is perfectly aligned and orderly. Life is not orderly. That's okay. If you try creating your own Zentangles, I really would love to see what you've made. Take a picture and share. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. for more Let's Be Creative with LBC.